Hello, my name is Ryan Knott, and I am one of the German program consultants here at KLASSE World Languages. It is my pleasure to join you today to share about KLASSE, which is our series designed in Germany for high school students learning German. In case our name is new to you, I'd like to share a brief video sharing who we are and what we do here at KLASSE World Languages.
Welcome to KLASSE World Languages. At KLASSE World Languages, we see educators as our partners. We are passionate about guiding them through the textbook adoption process while providing them with the tools and solutions they need to succeed. We love our students and teachers across the United States, and we are dedicated to providing exceptional and personalized customer service in everything we do. For these and many other reasons, join us on this fantastic adventure.
Since we're focusing on the KLASSE series today, let me start with an overview of what makes the series unique and effective for high school classrooms. It includes 3 levels broken down by the European framework A1, A2, and B1. It is monolingual German, meaning all the lessons, activities, and instructions are in German for an immersive experience. This paves an avenue towards communicative, action-oriented, cooperative, and engaged classrooms. I mentioned those 3 levels, and here's a breakdown of the series by level. We also have a split edition with half of each level at a time, which offers a variety of ways to segment the pathway from novice high to intermediate high proficiency. Let's start with the student components. There's a textbook and a workbook available both in print and ebook format. Each full level covers 4 units and 12 chapters, with the split editions covering 2 units over 6 chapters. Whether teachers choose to use both print and digital sets, or one or the other, they are fully compatible with each other, and we provide teachers with training on how to manage their online classrooms if they go digital. While the textbook and quiz book are available for teachers in print only, we offer an annotated manual in print or ebook format. These resources are designed to save teachers time and energy so they can focus more on their students and their classroom culture. Besides the available components for purchase, there's also a wealth of online materials that are free on our website to help both teachers and students. While the teacher-only resources, like answer keys, require teachers to register their account, the other resources here are available for both teachers and students. Even without a purchased online license, teachers and students can either access these resources on our website, or they can scan their book with the KLET Augmented app, which functions much like a QR code, and that brings them directly to the relevant files. Now let's take a deep dive into the robust structure that makes KLASSE a strong curriculum. The learning objectives are framed as I can statements to both guide students and teachers in knowing what should be the communication goals by the end of the chapter. Weaved in are key vocabulary words, grammatical concepts, and pronunciation challenges to build confidence. We also tie in metacognitive skills where students learn to learn with activities that apply across subjects. And finally, the unit review covering the 3 chapters trains students in the skills learned while introducing additional cultural content. Here we can see KLASSE as a student or a teacher would in ebook format. This is the table of contents for units 1 and 2, where you can see the structure of each chapter and the units at large. Let's now zoom into everyone's favorite chapter 5 about food and the unit review of chapters 4, 5, and 6. So looking closer at chapter 5, you see the chapter title, Guten Appetit, is accompanied by the subsections within the chapter, each surrounding a real-life scenario. Here you can see the lists of I can statements, ich kann, in the left column, with the vocabulary categories, the Wortschatz, that are introduced, along with the Grammatik, the grammar, and the Aussprache, pronunciation that are at play in these conversations. And on the far right, the lernen are the interdisciplinary concepts that are tied in throughout the chapter. At the end of the 3 chapters in the unit review, students are prompted to find a partner, and they ask and answer questions and complete training exercises that polish their skills and get them ready for what's next. Here are all the pages that are included in an example of this chapter 5. Our chapters are concise, including the introduction page, 3 2-page spreads, and a summary page at the end to review the objectives. Let's zoom in on one of the partner activities and the chapter summary to take a closer look. So here's an example of a partner activity where students are rolling a die to select a pair of items on a grocery list. The simulation has students imagine they are splitting up the list and communicating with each other on which items that they will go buy. The supports to set up students for success are built in, including the written list of items, the pictures with the correct noun articles, and the sentence frame as an example of the correct accusative article declension. Now here we can see some workbook activities, both in print and online ebook format. In the print, you can see they can check the box to find the correct indefinite article. But if it's an online format, it's a drop-down list. And after students make their selections, they can click validate and see how they did with 3 attempts to get the right answer. Here's another example of print and online workbook activities where students are filling out the table of both nominative and accusative articles. And similarly, in the online section, they're able to type in the indefinite articles and validate it with a few attempts to get closer to proficiency. And as the last example of an interactive online workbook, this is a drag and drop model, where here on the left with the print, students are writing in from the lists at the top with the blue diamonds. And on the right, in the online workbook format, they're dragging from these squares at the top and dropping them into the spaces. And you see here's an example where the green is correct. And after validating, you see these red ones are incorrect, so they can retry and try to validate again. So after all the textbook and workbook activities, there's a summary at the end of each chapter. And this summarizes the vocabulary and types of phrases that students should have mastered and left on the green, whereas on the right, this column provides methods to self-assess students so that it gives activities and examples to help them see how they did at the end of each chapter. And to finish out the chapter review, here are the grammar review on the left with the mastery concepts in green and the self-assessment activities in white on the right. So in summary, why KLASSE? What makes it special and what makes it effective? All in all, it balances being both versatile and systematic. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's versatile because it gathers authentic and entertaining content and the relevant and modern cultural references. Our most recent edition was published in 2021. So it makes it versatile and compatible for students of the modern age. And both in the textbook and the workbook, there are freie Wahl activities, so they can make a choice between one or the other to find activities that interest them. And like we saw at the chapter review, there are independent review pages for self-evaluation. So that's what makes it versatile. But we know as teachers that it also has to be systematic. There has to be a plan, there has to be structure to make it effective. And that's why there's fluency training built in, there's animated grammatical structures, there's videos that animate the reasons that the grammar works the way it does. And the unit layout itself has a well-rounded grasp of the language. And all of these result in helping students prepare for the assessment for either Goethe-Zertifikat or the DSS, the Deutsches Sprachdiplom, DSD, the Stufe 1. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Dankeschön. We encourage you to learn more at kletwl.com, and you're welcome to reach out to me. My email is rnott@kletwl.com. Again, my name is Ryan Knott, and I'm happy to share with you about the KLASSE series, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.